Okay, guys, so let's start this. This is what your rhetorical essay is going to look like, right? And I know we've been struggling with it, but it's all right. What I'm going to do here is we're going to go over this really, really quickly, and we're going to go through the process with this. Then I'm going to do it again on Wednesday. That way we can figure this stuff out. So this is what it looks like. Now, we know that for our first thing we're going to do is we're going to find SOAPs, okay? That's speaker, occasion, audience, purpose, subject. So let's go through this, all right? Now, in 1930, that's going to be the time. Mohandas Gandhi, right? That's going to be your speaker. Led a nonviolent march protesting Britain's colonial monopoly on a taxation of essential resource, salt. Okay, salt is important, but it's kind of it's not as important as the other one. Led a nonviolent march in India protesting Britain's colonial monopoly. Right, so this is going to be background. The Salt March. Right, and when we think of Salt March, what I want you guys to do is think of like the T. So hold on one second, guys. Hold on. Okay, so we have the speaker here, right? We have Ghandi, right? We have background information. So now we're going to look at occasion. Okay, what's the occasion? Salt March, as it came to be known, was a triggering moment for the larger civil disobedience. We know what that is. Thank Martin Luther King. That eventually won India independence from Britain in 1947. Shortly before the Salt March, Gandhi had written to Lord Viceroy Irwin. Okay, so look, this is going to be the audience. Okay, so audience equals Lord Irwin. All right. The representative of the British Crown in India. The passage below is the conclusion. This is really important. The conclusion. Read the passage carefully. Then a well-written essay analyze the rhetorical choices Gandhi makes to present his case to Lord Irwin. Okay, so what are we going to be looking for? Rhetorical choices. We're looking for rhetorical choices. Okay, so we have speaker. Okay, we have occasion. Okay, and the occasion is, let's see if we can find it. This is, the occasion is before the Salt March. Okay, before Salt March. Okay, and then after that, S-O, right, so we got speaker, Gandhi. O, occasion, before the Salt March. Okay. A, audience, Lord Irwin. Purpose is Indian independence. Okay. And then ultimately, the subject is going to be pretty similar to the purpose, right? The subject is going to be the Britain's colonial monopoly on and taxation. Okay, so let's take this right here. Okay, so we're going to go through this. Speaker is Gandhi. Occasion before the Salt March. Audience, Lord Irwin. Purpose is going to be Indian independence, and the subject is going to be taxation or British monopoly. Now, these are things that we should know about. Think about, this is USA in 1776. Okay, very, very similar. All those issues. So, Once we have this, now we're able to write our first paragraph. However, this is not what's going to happen, right? First thing we're going to do here is we're going to put this, right? We're going to divide this into 3. So we have 80-ish, right? 80-ish lines here. So what we're going to do is we're going to do 25, okay? So this is going to be our first one, okay? This is the first section. Then we're going to go up to 50, but 50 isn't that, so we're going to go here. This is up to about 60. This is the end of the second section, and then this right here is going to be our third section. Now, if we look at this quickly, what we're going to end up doing is we're going to say, hey, logos, ethos, or pathos, okay? But now we're set up to write. So when we do this, right, so let's move this up here, okay, right? We're going to do the first section. The second section and the third section. Okay, so now we're set up. Oh man, it's pretty blurry, huh? All right, there it is. Is it? Yeah. All right, so look. So we go through the first one. All right, let's see if we can get this right. I know that in embarking on nonviolence, I shall be running what be fairly termed a mad risk. So we know it's I, right? I, right? So what we're going to end up doing is we're going to say, okay, it's a lot of I's, right? So here we go. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to say, all right, number 1, ethos. So first point of view, okay, it's going to be ethos. That's going to be the big thing. Because what are we looking for here, right? We're looking for rhetorical strategies. Okay, and what I'm going to do in this next video is I'm going to go and write this thing again for you. But this one, I just want us to go ahead and figure it out. All right, that's back-end thing. All right, so here we go. Right? But victories of truth have never been won without risks, often of the gravest character. Conversion of a nation is consciously or unconsciously preyed upon another, far more numerous, far more ancient, no less cultured than itself, is worth any amount of risk. So I like that, any amount of risk. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this as our first piece of evidence, okay? Evidence. Any amount of risk, and that's in line 8, okay? Let's keep going here. I have deliberately used the word conversion, for my ambition is no less than to convert the British people through non-violence. So this is his purpose, okay? He wants to convert. So we're going to put purpose here. Convert British. Oh my goodness, look at this. There it is. British people through nonviolence. Okay? Let's keep going here. I do not seek to harm your people. I want to serve them even as I want to serve. I believe I've always served them. So, that's ethos, okay? That's another thing of ethos, okay? I have always served them. And then we're going to finish this up with the last part, okay? Right here. But when my eyes were open and I conceived non-cooperation, okay, that's a euphemism for revolution, non-cooperation. The same weapon I have in all humility successfully used against the dearest members of my family. If I have equal love for your people with mine, it will not long remain hidden, right? If the people join me, as I expect they will, the sufferings they will undergo, unless the British nation sooner retraces its steps, will be enough to melt the stoniest hearts, right? So what is he doing? He's laying out his argument in the first one, okay? So when we look at what happens, in the first part, what can we remember here? Number one, this is when we look at rhetorical strategies, this is the conclusion. Okay, so what are we looking for? This is a big finish to a letter that Gandhi's writing to Lord Irwin. Okay? That way we're on the same page here. Now, here's what's going to happen. What we're going to end up doing is we're going to do this first whole one on we're going to do this first one on ethos. Okay, so what is ethos? Ethos is credibility. So what we're doing is we're looking at all the times that Gandhi uses credibility in this first section. Let's go over this one more time. Embarking on nonviolence. Okay, here's another piece of evidence. So we have one here. Any amount of risk. Okay. Number two, I have always served them. And number three, in the first sentence, embarking on non-violence. So once again, ethos, okay, right? Ethos. So what that's going to do is we're going to use this as the first one. So we have three pieces of evidence, right? And what we're going to end up doing is we're going to go ahead and put that into we're going to put these evidence into our sentence stems, and we're going to go from there. Look, basically all this is part one. I'm going to be putting part two on Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to be doing part two on Wednesday. So this is how you do the intro paragraph. That's the soaps, right? Which I'm going to write next time, and then we're also going to do this. The parts 2 and 3 on this. Okay, hopefully this is a little bit more helpful.